Hello guys and welcome to this full guide on Magnific AI Mystic. Now the internet is flooded with claims that the Magnific Mystic model is completely insane, but as a professional creator you shouldn't be buying into blind hype. So unlike standard text-to-image engines that prioritize artistic style but leave outputs looking plasticky, Mystic was engineered to solve one specific problem: baking hyperrealistic microtextures directly into the initial generation at 2K resolution without needing an upscaling step first. Okay? But this is not like a magic one, guys. If you don't know how to choose between its hidden submodels or control its rendering filters, you're gonna waste thousands of credits on mangled anatomy. So let's look into this and let's find out how to solve this. For these, we're gonna have to go to image generation. And now we're gonna have to select the model. We're gonna have to click on all models because it's kind of hidden. It's not something you can find so easily. And we're gonna have to look for Mystic. Now, as you can see, you basically have like different models in this. And the biggest mistake beginners make is actually using the same Mystic model for everything or treating Mystic as a single tool. Okay, and this is not the case because you have, as I said before, different Mystic models. And do not pay too much attention to the number because each one is going to be good for a particular staff. For example, if you're looking to make like a character and make it look very consistent and similar to an image that you're going to upload, I'm going to recommend you use Mystic 2.5 because that's going to be the consistent model where you're going to be able to create over and over again the same character, the same setting, or maybe the same character in different settings. Okay, so I would recommend you going for this one. If you're looking for something that is kinda everything good and is something in the middle, I'm gonna recommend you go for 2.5 fluid. Okay, because it's very fast and it's also a very good model. Okay, and it's gonna do everything well. Nothing exceptional in particular, but everything is gonna do just well. Similar to GPT 2.0 when it comes to image creation, or like the old Nano Banana Pro. And if you're looking for some strong prompt adherence, so it doesn't hallucinate or put details where it doesn't, have to put details, you should choose 2.5 flexible. Okay, but you have to make sure that for this you have like a very good prompt so that it doesn't hallucinate or it doesn't need the fill to hallucinate. Okay, this will follow your prompt, so your prompt must be very good. And finally, if you're looking for something more a little bit realistic or something like that, you might want to swap to actually 1.0 because that's going to create super real textures. All right. So I'm going to choose 2.5 for this one, or 2.5 fluid maybe. And for these, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this prompt. Okay. And I'm going to enable the fixed seed in here. And what this is going to do is that this is going to start from the same point, okay, when it comes to generating the image, so that we can compare between different models and see the different results. Now guys, let's talk about different styles. This is something I didn't mention in the previous tutorial because I wanted to mention it here. The style is really important in Magnific, okay? You have like different references or different styles or different configurations that you can use within Magnific. But for these specific models, for the Mystic model, only the structure, the style, the color, the effects on the camera are going to be available, okay? The style is not something that you can just like select from one of the pre-made one, but you're going to have to create your own. So we're not going to do this in this tutorial. This really is a matter of, creating, uploading a photo, and that's going to make a style based on that photo, based on that picture. And you can also do the same with a prompt. Okay, so you can just describe the style with a prompt. But in this case, I'm going to focus more on this particular styles, let's say, that are pre-made. So for example, these ones are going to give you like the composition, and these are examples of different composition settings that you might want to use. In my case, none of this is useful, so I'm just going to pass it, but this might be useful for like a portrait or something like that. Okay, if you now go to color, you obviously have like different color palettes that the model is going to try to use on top of your prompt, okay? So if you're trying also to describe the colors in your prompt, just make sure that they are consistent because otherwise they're going to collide and maybe they clash a little bit. All right, but these are color palettes you can easily use. You also have different like effects when it comes to this. For example, you can use like a red scale. This is so good. It's going to look very good. You can also use like icy blue, cool, studio. I find this really fascinating, and it's going to allow you to create so many good pictures if you know what style to use. This is amazing actually. And finally, we have our camera effects. These are going to give you like different perspectives on the picture, like fisheye, aerials, high angle. So beautiful. And of course, guys, you can also include this with just a prompt, okay? But the fact that you have it here with a picture that kind of accompanies it, it's going to make it so much more intuitive for you to know what you're doing exactly, okay? So I'm just going to keep this as it is, and I'm going to go for it. And I didn't mention it, but of course, besides, fitting it an image for style, you can also fit an image as reference. And for this, you're going to have to click on Add, and you're going to have to click on Upload Media, okay? And that's going to make sure that you maybe create something similar to the picture you're uploading. Okay, so this is what I created with Mystic 2.5 Fluid. As you can see, it looks pretty amazing. And I'm going to compare it now with another model so you see the difference. For example, with Mystic 1.0. Let's go. And as you can see, the styles are totally different. For example, this guy here, or this prompt introduces like a guy, which I didn't necessarily want. And my idea was more similar to this one, okay? A vibrant cosmic portal, okay? And in the middle of a cave, this looks more similar to my prompt actually. It's not perfect, but it's more similar. And this one kind of hallucinated a little bit. This is for you to see the difference between the models. In any case, because no image is perfect, we're gonna use this image to edit it. Okay, so you can just click in here. And guys, what you can do now is amazing because you can select a specific part of the image. And you can select with a prompt the part of the image that you want to change or the aspect of the image you want to change. For example, I could say remove the guy sitting here. But what I can do is I can also just click in here. Okay, I can annotate the specific part of the image and I can say remove this guy. And I can go to this one. And this is amazing because this is not the only thing you can do, like removing people or fixing like small mistakes. You can completely change the lighting, the setting by typing in a prompt. Okay, so you can start from an image. As you can see, it took no time. So you can start with an image that is pretty good already, but you want to try to change it. For example, by clicking on Restyle, you can totally do things like this. Okay, so you can move from this one, which is more, I guess, realistic or things like that, to a vector or to an anime thing. Alright, so that's pretty much it, guys, for Mystic AI. In general, this was like a pretty long, in-depth tutorial of the image generating thing, but particularly focusing on the Mystic models, which are super good. Thank you so much.